Yep, that
Perfect,
should be good.
Okay, I appreciate you.
What's going on, YouTube? I am back with another video, and in this one I am super excited. Now, as you guys can see, we are in the car, so you guys might be thinking we are headed to a local card show, but we are actually headed to take a look at someone's collection. So they actually hit me up recently on Instagram, and this is someone who said that he's never really sold any part of his collection. He's just kind of let it build up over time, has never really looked at selling anything, and he asked me if I would be interested in taking a look, maybe if I'd be interested in buying some of it. And he did send some pictures, and it looks absolutely incredible. A lot of what he sent is just like, you know, tons of boxes, and then he'll open a box and it'll be filled with like one touches and slabs, but then there will be a few cards on top, and what's been on top has been like a Luca Noir auto, select first off the line auto, so like really good stuff that I'm definitely interested in. So I'm very excited to really get to be the first person to see this collection. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're headed up, he lives close to Cincinnati, so gonna be about an hour drive. And everything that you guys see in this video is actually going to be available next weekend on the Whatnot virtual card show. So I have been a part of this show a couple times, but if you guys are not familiar with that, Whatnot does a big virtual card show every year where hundreds of dealers set up throughout the weekend. It's going to be May 30th through June 2nd. And again, you can basically enjoy a card show from the comfort of your own home throughout the whole weekend. So everything I pick up in this video is going to be available when I do go live on Whatnot. My show is going to be Saturday evening. All those details will be linked down below in the description. And make sure, if you have not signed up for Whatnot, make sure to use that link down below. You're going to get $15 off your first purchase. And now, let's head up near Cincinnati and we'll see what this collection has to offer. All right, guys, so we have almost made it. We are here in Union, Kentucky. Just pulled over to get some gas real quick. We're about 10 minutes out or so, but I just wanted to quickly mention, I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier, this guy, you know, he contacted me on Instagram and said that he had a massive collection. He's never really been open to selling. And this is like a 6-figure plus collection. And I think he was kind of expecting me to pick up most of it, if not all of it, or, you know, all that he was willing to get rid of. Unfortunately, my budget is not quite that big. I do have $5,000 that I'm willing to spend with him, and then I'm potentially planning on going to a show next weekend here in Lexington, Kentucky, which brings me to kind of why I'm here at this guy's, or going to this guy's house to look at his collection. Unfortunately, again, I mentioned the following weekend is the Whatnot virtual card show. There aren't really many shows. You know, I'm in Kentucky. I go to shows in Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio pretty much. Unfortunately, for the last like 2 to 3 weeks, there aren't really any shows. I haven't been to that show up in Lexington in quite a while, but typically on my channel, the card shows do perform the best. So I am going to potentially go to that Lexington show depending on how today goes. So he has agreed to, you know, he's still willing to let me check out his collection and pick and choose, and spend, you know, maybe $3,000 to $4,000, and then the remaining I can take to Lexington next weekend at that card show. So I just wanted to mention that real quick. Absolutely massive collection. So really looking forward to being the first person to pick through this. So we should be there in a few minutes, and I'll check back in once we get there. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Come in, friend.
How are you?
Really have a preference to make decent content for you.
Okay, I appreciate it. So you've never really sold anything?
So we were going to start a card shop.
Oh, were you? Okay.
So about the time of the pandemic, we were, I mean, I got back into it during COVID. started buying some stuff. You know, there was the enjoyment factor, the pseudo, like, hey, let's make tons of money off of it.
Yeah.
21, we kicked around the idea of, you know, having a you know, card shop, some, you know, secondary income for us, passive income for us. And well, the long and short of it is, my wife and I stay pretty busy professionally. We both do a lot still with sports. There just hasn't been a lot of time. So a lot of what you're seeing will date back 4 or 5 years. Really hasn't been tapped through. Only you. I reached out to some people a couple months back, like, hey, if you want to take a look at it. And then I have a guy who my wife is friendly with from when she coached at Kentucky. They have a shop down in Lexington. He's coming up next weekend.
Is that Roadshow, or is that a different shop? That's the only one I know of in Lexington. What'd she coach at UK?
She coached women's basketball.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Yeah, my wife coached Division I really up until the pandemic.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. Win City Sports Cards, you ever heard of it?
Win City? No, I haven't heard of it. Yeah, the only shop I know of in Lexington is the Kentucky Roadshow. Yeah.
And they have a decent amount of stuff, a lot of the Kentucky stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Mike used to be with, he used to run the dorms and all of their, like, athletic facility stuff.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's the connection there.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, you do breaks, or you just bought on eBay, or?
So,
kind of all over the place?
Sometimes kind of all over the place. I mean, I have my investment stuff. I mean, I probably won't say any, but I mean, I have 200 base ant and another 150 ant cards.
Oh, really?
You know,
good time to have that.
I mean, you're going to see some misses. You'll see way too much Patrick Williams.
Yeah.
You'll see some misses as you go through it.
Okay. But, now, I know you mentioned, like, you sent me stuff that you were open to letting go. Is that
everything on the table?
Everything on the table. Okay.
And then I have about 4 massive Zion cases, one of which I took to a show kind of thinking I would sell. There's 3 cases that I don't know that I'll really sell anything, but there's so much. I think we'd start here, and if you want more, I'll give you more.
Okay. And I know you also mentioned when we first started talking, you weren't really looking for like full comps. Is that, now I know you were also thinking I might buy a lot more, so I didn't know where your thoughts were on that.
So kind of just how I thought this would go. You know, there's stuff from $1, there's stuff on this table that are probably a couple hundred, and then there's stuff in Zion cases that, you know, can be even more expensive. Okay. Pull out what you want. Yeah. We'll pull it out. Then once you pull what you want, let's get to a fair comp. Okay. And then I figured somewhere around 30-35% off of what we get to from a comp.
Yeah, sure. That'll work.
Is that fair?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, you know, honestly, with a lot of this stuff, I'm pretty realistic. You know, rookie cards that were 10 are probably 2 now. You know, 3. You know, stuff that was 20 is probably 10. Okay. So we'll get pretty close. We'll search up what a recent comp is for stuff over 10 or 20 bucks, and we'll go from there.
On it, that's probably mainly what I'm looking for is 10 on up. I'm probably not looking for like $1, $2 cards.
You could probably cut. Those are $2 boxes. Everything in there is probably between 1 and 5. Okay. So you can probably save the time on these. Okay. There are a decent amount of base rookies here, but like if I look at this box right here, this is all Hallie, Maxi, Mello, and Zion. Okay. So maybe you want a mosaic base that's
right. Yeah. That might be a little different. Yeah. Right. Okay.
So I would still run through these. You can leave these alone. Okay. This is a cheaper football box, but I know there's like CeeDee Lamb rookies in there. Right. There's some decent wide receivers. Okay. You can see my failed Chase Claypool investment. I mean, this time with the Bills, as you go around here, so this is all football. These are all basketball rookies. This is, I think that these are all patch.
Oh, okay.
These are all
nice.
autos.
These are all labeled.
Yeah.
Should make it fairly easy.
These are all color vets, but like, you know, Jason Tatum.
Right.
Some LeBrons and stuff. Okay. These are more vets with some oddball stuff, some photogenic that is in there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just from what you sent me, I could tell there's some really good stuff in here. So.
And then as you come down the line, I think these are slabs, and here's the all numbered box.
Gotcha.
And then we'll definitely get the Zion cases out.
Okay.
But you could probably avoid these.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
Use the countertop, brother.
Okay.
And just let me know when you're ready for more.
Awesome. Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Anything you would be watching at home you want on the TV?
No, I think you already got it on. Alright, so I just wanted to jump in real quick and kind of talk a little bit about the boxes that he had sitting out for me to go through. So they were a little bit different from some of the pictures he had sent. I think most of the boxes out on the table were, I would say 95% of them had stuff like $20 and under. I did find a really nice Jalen Brunson Optic Hollow PSA 10 in the slab box. So there was some decent stuff, but luckily, you know, once he brought out those Zion cases, that's where the really, really good stuff is. So here's a few higher end cards that I show, and then you guys are going to see here in a second, we're getting ready to price out all the cards. So that's what we're doing here, writing down prices and comps and seeing where we want to be. And then you guys are going to see some of the stuff from the Zion cases here in a little bit. But again, luckily, he brought those out, and that was really the stuff that I was looking for. So stay tuned for that.
So before we do a percentage off, you go with that methodology. Let's get to the comp first and then go percent from there.
Yeah.
So are you comfortable with 260 before a percent on a Labe?
Yeah, I mean, if that's what recent comps are, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so
yeah,
there's the 230, 300 on the 17th within a day, 260.
Okay.
250. So I'd probably want to be 260.
That's good to me.
Here, let's maybe get through the ones we can blow through. $10.
Okay.
Pre-discount.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see.
I don't know if that's
one. Out of 20. What if we do 40?
I'm good with that. Yeah.
All right. So 40.
Easy enough.
40 before percent.
All right, guys, so I just wanted to jump back in quickly. I didn't want to bore you guys too much with us, you know, pricing out every single card. But I did just want to give a big shout out to Adam here. He was very, very easy to work with. A lot of the prices that he came up with were extremely fair, you know, already under comps. And then I got another, you know, he gave me another percentage off. So he was only looking for about 60 to 70% on most of the cards, which, you know, huge thank you to him. He did not have to do that. He contacted me to look at this collection, and, you know, I came out there, and he was very fair, got some really good deals and some really nice cards, which you guys are going to see here in a minute. And then I did get to take a look, you know, at some of his personal cards at the end here, too. So definitely stay tuned for that. Some really, really nice stuff. 10, 22. There's 2. Yeah, I saw some of it.
I think it was 2380. Double check your number. That was before I wrote the 2280 before the Halley.
Okay.
We added the Halley.
23. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And 4. That's 380. Yep. That should be good.
Okay. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you letting me take a look. And
of course.
All right, so once our deal was done, I got to go through some of the Zion cases that he was not willing to part with. So as you guys can see there, I think he said he was missing one of those Slam Hollows in PSA form. And then he has a huge Anthony Edwards collection, really nice LeBron collection, some insane Giannis cards, which you guys are going to see here in a minute. Unfortunately, you know, a lot of the better stuff that you guys are seeing here in these Zion cases, he actually did not want to part with. So he, you know, like I said earlier, he's a huge believer in Anthony Edwards. Unfortunately, a lot of that stuff was not for sale. I know he had some Anthony Richardson and CJ Stroud, which I definitely would have been interested in, but he's, you know, wanted to hold on to a lot of that stuff. You know, certainly not complaining. It's still got some very, very nice stuff for some really, really good deals. But, you know, I was definitely happy to go through some of his collection that was, you know, like I said, not available, because there's some really, really nice stuff in here. Very wide variety too. You know, again, anywhere from LeBron and Jordan, Kobe to the modern stuff. You guys saw there really, really nice Luka from Photogenic. You guys are going to see here, I don't know if it's this card. I think it's the next one maybe. That one definitely caught my attention there. Nice Giannis Kaboom. And then, yeah, just more Giannis stuff. So really, really cool collection. Maybe one day I'll get to go back and, you know, go through some of this stuff. But, yeah, just huge thank you to Adam. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. All right, and we just left. So huge shout out to Adam. We just left his house. I tried to do the best I could recording, but you know, I didn't really want to stick a camera in his face, so try to get a little bit of me going through the boxes, some B-roll, you know, show some clips of what I was buying. So hopefully that all turns out okay. But I didn't want to, you know, be too crazy with the camera. But super nice guy. I was trying to think back. He actually asked me, in my experience, have I had any like bad experiences buying collections from people or going to houses? I don't think I've ever done that before. I think that's the first time I've ever gone to someone's house and looked at their collection in person. So super successful. I think I got some really good deals. Ended up spending over $2,000. So, and he was super willing to work with me as well on price. So, again, huge shout out to him. But hopefully, again, next weekend when I do go live on Whatnot, I will be able to pass those deals along to you guys. And I'm gonna go home and review the footage. I might do a separate video of all the pickups, because we got a good amount of pickups, almost a full 2-row box sitting over here. So I'm gonna review the footage, see how much we got. The pickups might be at the end of this one, or I might do a separate video, but I'll check back in once we get home and give you guys an update. All right, guys, so I've made it back home. I have reviewed the footage, and I think I am actually going to hold off on all of the pickups for another video that will probably be coming the following day from this video that you guys are seeing now. It's already closing in on 20 minutes, so I don't want to make this video too long. So stay tuned for all of the pickups coming in a separate video. As you guys can see here, the 3 cards featured, I don't even think made it in the video. So as you guys can see, there's some really insane stuff in this collection that you guys haven't even seen yet. So you definitely don't want to miss all the pickups. And again, got these for a great deal. So hopefully I will be able to pass those savings on to you guys on the Whatnot virtual card show. Again, linked down below in the description. Make sure to bookmark that show, and I will see you guys soon for the pickups reveal.